with the Miami Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle from his end zone. A dangerous return man showing it here. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Tennessee territory. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Second and 5. Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. This is the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Russell Wilson, 27 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Cameron backs him now from his end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. On the give, this is Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you got a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Now left side, a completion is tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Looking deep for Julio. Man, it's caught. sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And we knew that this offense was going to try to put pressure on the secondary. So they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. At the line, ready for their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Second and 8. Now Wilson, option right, and that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
So following a holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. A quick throw here out to Brown. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Tannehill to his top target, Brown, for a Tennessee first. Now a give. Akers running left. Strong running at the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. He's to the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Cam Akers, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that the defense has done to that point. You break it out right there, everything else suddenly looks better.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a give. Running left is Harris. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt, they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 26. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Yeah, get that out wide to Waddle. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Harris. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It will be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They go play action now. Wilson. Back at the 11-yard line. Rashawn Gary. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. is that an interception? It's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. They'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's Tannehill. Trying for Brown. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank. With Wilson. Eluding the pressure. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the other games going on here around the NFL. On third down, Wilson. That's complete. Bruno. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 2nd and 10. Tannehill getting it out quickly to Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And he'll flip this out to Huntley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to zone blitz scheme. And
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and the defender. It's over the goal. Escapes the defender. And as good as goes, a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. They run here with Jason Huntley. That leads us to a 1st and goal to pick up the lead. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And it's a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. A good-looking return setup here. The 40. Jalen Waddle. Still going. Now he lost the football. And this one will actually go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how we conclude this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you. We welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And, Charles, they got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points in the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Come on. Hey. Check back the left.
Now Huntley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Check back 11. Check back 11.
Let's go, D.
Block.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Now it's Lockett. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
So that'll back them up 5. Play action. It's Wilson.
That's complete. A full boot on.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. If it's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to look deep down the field.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. Second down coming up. Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Out to his left.
Well, that one's touchdown, but incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball through, and it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game.
Now Brian Flores going to leave the offense out there to go for 2.
Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Limited running room as you'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Now Tannehill. Caught by Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Tannehill now to throw. Rolling to his right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Let's go.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Going right back to Akers.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yards.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Cam Akers.
Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you take a mention of deep water now. Win probability index. This this game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amari Hooker. And over to Sam Sharp at the 27-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. It's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers powers through. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Tannehill. That's out to the flat for Akers. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up 4.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And his kick is indeed good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced to taking the 3.
Well, you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or will you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
14.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. On 1st down, Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had at the end of the last drive. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary make that now sacks for him on the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
One advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now a toss running left, Akers. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Play action. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Pass complete to Harris. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the touchdown from Minkah Fitzpatrick. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Let's go, baby. Pick 6 all day.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Titans, they move to a sparkling 15-1 with 1 game still to go in the regular season.